Are you trying to make an epic map, Fortnite Creative, and your heat map is going crazy? You need to get that memory down? Don't worry, everything's fine. Samurai's here. We're going to show you how to get that heat map down so you can make awesome maps and not have to worry about memory anymore. Now, when you're dealing with large maps, do you have a memory issue where you only can do 100,000 memory? So let's go ahead and look at our heat map here, right? This is a helpful tool that you can activate. The heat map, if you don't know, you push in the left thumbstick and it shows you basically, what you got in your little heat map there. All right, so in the middle here, you can see I'm starting to get 99, 98, very close to that 100, and I still have items I need to put down for my little race I'm doing. This is my map called Battle Road, and the reason why this is happening is because while I'm over here and I'm under the cap at 98, I built the first base for the first team, I went over here to start making my second base, and while I'm thinking, okay, this is far enough, I'm over here at 89, 90, everything is great, I'm putting the stuff down. In the middle of the map, I'm getting to the point where I cannot put items down, or it's going to make it so I can't load my map up because it's too hot right here. The cell is too hot. The reason it's too hot is because basically the player can see items in both areas, and the game has to load them for the player. So even though there's practically nothing here, that's actually the place that's using the most memory. So just copying certain items and bringing them over there, I discovered a problem, and I'm going to show you guys a way around it, right? So let's say I take this item here, or let me actually show you an item that's fresh. This item here has never been put on my map, so the initial cost is 121, which is pretty high, right? So go ahead and throw it down there, but every time I duplicate this, it only costs about 3, right? So you would think, okay, all right, simple workaround is let's take some of these items and use them over there so we can have our memory drastically lower. But that's not exactly how the game works on a large map, right? Let's take an example here and show you. So you see it's 3, it's 3, it's 3, but when I get over here, we're too far from when the game initially loaded the first object. So if you're coming over here and you're just copying the objects down thinking that's going to work, for every single item, you might be wasting 50, 60, maybe 100 memory for every extra item you bring over here. And that's going to cut into your memory, especially in places like this where the player can see both of those things. You're causing a lot of unnecessary strain on your map. Also, this is a one-time thing that can happen. It really just matters the distance you're going, because this can happen again and again, right? So based on how far you go, we could do it again and again, and we can end up wasting hundreds of memories, thousands of memories basically, based on how big the map is. If you're too far, every single time it'll do it, right? Here's the workaround. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete those initial items to show you how to get out of here, right? How not to have this problem. Now, the first item is here. We can get rid of these. And you can see this still at 120, right? Let me try to take the first one off. All right, so we're back to the 121 issue, right? Boom, that's down there. Now when we come over, the workaround is instead of going right there, you want to pull back to when the last time basically it was the cheaper cost. And even if you don't like how it looks aesthetically, I'll show you ways to hide it at the end. But now we're going to put down the item. It costs 2. And then now over here, I can go as far as I want to the left, and it's still going to let me put the item down, right? And that's great, because if I want to now build with this item, I can copy it here and keep putting it down. Same thing if you go in any direction. If you get to a point where it's too high or costs too much, like 126 right here, pull it back, drop the 2, and then you can go again as far as you want and keep putting 2 down. So, you can save yourself 400, 500 memory per item, per wall, per floor, if you go ahead and you do that. And with the items here, if you say you don't want them, you don't like how they look, an easy way to hide them is you just cut them and go into your map down below, take drops off so they don't fall into the water, and just put them somewhere the way you can easily see them. If you have to come delete them for whatever reason, they're there. But now aesthetically on the outside of the map, you just have the ones you want people to see, and you can just hide the other ones below the map, right? So I hope you guys found that trick useful. I'm sure veterans already knew it, but if you're new to the community and new to my channel, I want to have some information here I can share with you. I'm Samurai. Hope you guys are having a great time. Peace.